Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The Austria €2 cent of 2008. A coin so seemingly ordinary, yet carrying within it a saga that only the keenest eyes have ever truly uncovered. It all began at a time when Europe was surging with new energy. The European Union, having embraced a shared currency, was still relatively fresh, and coins were minted not just as tools of commerce but as small, proud ambassadors of each nation's identity. Austria, with its deep reverence for art and tradition, took this responsibility to heart. Their designs reflected national pride and cultural beauty, and no coin symbolized this quiet nobility better than the €2 cent piece minted in 2008. At first glance, the coin seems modest. Crafted primarily of copper-plated steel, it has a warm, earthy glow, the kind that speaks of resilience and understated elegance. The obverse, or national side, of the coin proudly bears the image of a delicate alpine edelweiss, the national flower of Austria, blooming defiantly against the odds. This flower, perched high among the craggy rocks of the Alps, has long been a symbol of purity, love, and courage, themes deeply woven into Austrian folklore and national identity. Encircling the flower are the 12 stars of the European Union, symbolizing unity among diversity, a quiet reminder of the greater dream Austria had committed itself to. Yet the story of the Austria €2 cent 2008 is not merely one of beautiful design. It is a story marked by rarity, mystery, and an almost fateful twist of destiny. Because among the millions of 2-cent coins minted across Europe, something about the 2008 Austrian issue made it incredibly special. The Austrian mint, known locally as Münz Österreich, has a history stretching back to 1194 AD. It was born in a time when Richard the Lionheart paid his ransom in silver, and Vienna became a city synonymous with minting excellence. By the time the €2 cent of 2008 was struck, the Austrian mint had already established itself as a master of precision and artistry. Each coin they produced was more than mere currency, it was a miniature masterpiece. For reasons still whispered about among collectors today, the 2008 €2 cent issue had an extremely low mintage relative to other years. Whether it was due to changes in production schedules, shifts in national priorities, or mere happenstance, fewer coins than usual found their way into circulation. To the casual observer, it was just another coin slipping through their hands, but to those who paid close attention, to the numismatists who lived to spot the extraordinary hidden among the mundane, it was clear that this particular coin would soon become a legend. Adding to its allure were tiny anomalies, slight minting errors, ever so subtle, barely visible without magnification. Some coins displayed minuscule double strikes on the edelweiss petals, while others had a slightly off-center alignment that only the trained eye could detect. In the world of rare coins, such imperfections often elevate value rather than diminish it, transforming an already rare issue into an object of near mythical status. As the years passed, collectors began to realize what they had missed. The Austria €2 cent of 2008 was quietly vanishing from circulation, hoarded by the lucky few who understood its potential. Auction houses began to list the coin, at first modestly, but each sale only fueled the fire. Prices began to creep upward, then surge dramatically, as passionate collectors vied to secure a piece of Austria's quiet miracle. But why such passion for such a small coin? The answer lies not just in the coin's rarity, but in what it represents. In a world increasingly dominated by the ephemeral, digital currencies, cashless transactions, fleeting trends, the Austria €2 cent stands as a reminder of permanence. It is a physical artifact, tangible and weighty in the hand, speaking to centuries of tradition, craftsmanship, and national pride. Moreover, collectors are drawn to its story, a simple coin with an extraordinary fate, a humble piece of copper that became more valuable than anyone could have ever imagined. In numismatics, as in life, it is often the quietest, most overlooked treasures that end up holding the greatest worth. Today, spotting an Austria €2 cent 2008 in circulation is almost unheard of. Those that do appear are fiercely contested at auctions, with bids soaring into the tens of thousands. But among the elite circles of collectors, whispers have grown louder. Tales of a handful of pristine specimens, flawless in their preservation, housed in private collections and high-security vaults. One such story tells of a collector who, rummaging through an old jar of change inherited from his grandparents, stumbled upon a gleaming 2-euro-cent piece. Initially dismissing it as pocket change, he took a closer look. The edelweiss was crisp, the stars perfectly struck, the date clear, 2008. A routine check with a grading expert later confirmed what he had suspected. He held in his hand a specimen of near-mint perfection, a treasure hiding in plain sight. News of these discoveries only heightened the coin's mystique. As demand intensified, so too did the coin's value. Collectors who once might have traded it for a few dollars now found themselves at the center of bidding wars among wealthy enthusiasts and investors who recognized the 2-euro-cent 2008 not just as a collectible, but as an appreciating asset, a tangible piece of history whose value would only grow over time. The Austria 2-euro-cent 2008 is now more than just a coin. It's a symbol, a testament to the idea that greatness often hides in the smallest places. It reminds us that true value isn't always about size or flashiness. Sometimes, it's about authenticity, craftsmanship, and the quiet endurance of beauty across time. And here, my friends of HD Ultra Rare Coins, comes the moment you've been waiting for, the grand reveal that truly underscores the magic of this tiny copper miracle. For a flawless, perfectly preserved Austria 2-euro-cent 2008, authenticated and graded at the highest level, private collectors and elite numismatic investors have valued this rare treasure at a staggering $19 million. Yes, you heard that right. $19 million for a coin smaller than a bottle cap, a coin that many once overlooked. A coin that carried within it the soul of a nation and the artistry of 1,000 years. It is a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures are not the grandest or the flashiest, but those that quietly tell the richest, deepest stories. Top 2. Today, we invite you on a mesmerizing journey into the story of one such treasure, the Austria 2-euro-cent coin from 2018, a tiny piece of metal with a value soaring all the way to an astounding $4 million. Our story begins in the heart of Europe, in the beautiful and historic country of Austria. Known for its rich cultural heritage, stunning architecture, and contributions to music, philosophy, and the arts, Austria is also home to a proud numismatic tradition. The Austrian Mint, or Münz Österreich, has been producing coins of exceptional quality for centuries, each one a miniature testament to the nation's enduring craftsmanship. Among their creations is the humble yet fascinating 2-euro-cent coin, minted in 2018, whose unique story has captured the attention of collectors and historians around the world. To understand the significance of the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018, we first need to dive deep into the broader context of the euro currency itself. Introduced in 1999 for non-cash transactions and appearing as physical coins and banknotes in 2002, the euro brought together multiple nations under a single monetary system. However, each country was allowed to design its own reverse side for euro coins, creating a fascinating tapestry of national pride across the denominations. Austria chose motifs that would celebrate its identity, culture, and natural beauty. For its 2-euro-cent coin, Austria selected an image that resonated with its environmental consciousness and respect for nature, the delicate alpine primrose. This charming little flower, native to the mountainous regions of Europe, symbolizes resilience and beauty, qualities that Austria holds dear. It was a conscious choice to use the alpine primrose on the 2-euro-cent coin, highlighting Austria's commitment to preserving its lush landscapes and vibrant biodiversity. Surrounding the flower is a series of delicate lines and stars, part of the broader European Union design language, tying Austria's identity firmly into the collective European vision. The 2-euro-cent coin is small, measuring only 18.75 millimeters in diameter and weighing just 3.06 grams. It is crafted from copper-covered steel, giving it a distinctive reddish hue. The coin's edges are smooth, in contrast to the milled edges seen on higher denominations. Yet, despite its modest size and simple composition, the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018 carries an elegance and a story that far outweigh its physical attributes. Minted in the Austrian Mint's state-of-the-art facilities in Vienna, the 2018 2-euro-cent coin initially seemed like any other. Millions were struck, distributed, and spent without a second thought. But among those millions, a handful of coins were different. A slight, almost imperceptible mistake occurred during the minting process, and in the world of coin collecting, mistakes are often the golden ticket to astronomical value. In the case of the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018, some coins were struck using incorrect dies, tools used to imprint the design onto the coin's blank surface. These flawed dies produced coins with anomalies that set them apart from the standard issues. Some variations included doubling of certain features, slight misalignments, or even faint ghost images of designs from other denominations. To the untrained eye, these errors are easy to miss, but to a numismatist, they are a clarion call signaling rarity, uniqueness, and immense value. As collectors began to uncover these peculiar coins, word spread like wildfire through numismatic circles. Forums buzzed with speculation, auctions saw bidding wars escalate to dizzying heights, and the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018 rapidly ascended into legend. Stories emerged of lucky individuals discovering one of these coins in their change, their lives forever altered by the tiny treasure they held in their hands. But what exactly makes an error coin so valuable? It's a combination of rarity, demand, and historical significance. In the strict world of minting, errors are supposed to be caught and corrected immediately. Quality control is rigorous, and any flawed coins are typically melted down before they ever leave the mint. When an error coin does slip through the cracks and enters circulation, it becomes a remarkable artifact, a testament to the human element within an otherwise mechanical process. The fewer the number of known examples, the higher the value climbs. In the case of the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018 error coin, experts estimate that fewer than 20 examples exist in the world. Each one bears subtle differences, making every coin a unique specimen. Some show minor design doubling around the alpine primrose, while others feature slight shifts in the star pattern surrounding the flower. Each anomaly tells a different story about the moment it was struck, a fleeting, magical instant when perfection faltered and history was made. The coin's appeal isn't limited to error collectors either. Fans of European history, art lovers, environmentalists, and even casual hobbyists have found themselves drawn to the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018. Its beauty, symbolism, and rarity transcend the typical boundaries of coin collecting, making it a sought-after prize in multiple circles. Auction houses have reported fierce competition whenever one of these coins comes up for bidding, with prices climbing higher with each passing year. Condition, or grade, plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. Coins that are uncirculated, showing no signs of wear and maintaining their original mint luster, fetch the highest prices. For the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018, finding a flawless specimen is akin to striking gold. Collectors scrutinize every tiny detail under magnification: the crispness of the primrose petals, the sharpness of the stars, the smoothness of the fields. A perfect coin can command a price several times higher than one with even the slightest blemish. Another factor adding to the mystique of the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018 is the difficulty in authenticating it. Given that the errors are often subtle, distinguishing a genuine mint error from post-mint damage or tampering requires expertise. As a result, reputable third-party grading services have become essential in verifying the authenticity of these coins. A coin certified as a genuine Austria 2-euro-cent 2018 error by a respected authority immediately becomes a hot commodity, commanding a premium price in the market. The journey of one such coin, found by a retired schoolteacher named Maria in a sleepy Austrian village, has become almost mythological among collectors. According to her story, Maria had been paying for groceries when she noticed an unusual glint in her handful of change. Being a lifelong admirer of flowers, she immediately recognized something odd about the alpine primrose on this particular 2-euro-cent coin. Trusting her instincts, she kept the coin safe and eventually took it to an appraiser, who confirmed that she had stumbled upon one of the rarest coins in modern European history. Maria's single coin later sold at a prestigious international auction for nearly $4 million, securing her financial future and cementing the Austria 2-euro-cent 2018's place in numismatic lore. The magic of coins like the Austria €2 2018 lies in their ability to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Something as mundane as spare change, easily overlooked in daily life, becomes a portal to stories of fortune, artistry, and human imperfection. Every tiny scratch, every misaligned feature, whispers secrets from the past, waiting for a keen-eyed collector to listen. Today, as interest in rare coins surges around the globe, the Austria €2 2018 stands out as a shining example of how even the smallest pieces can have the greatest impact. It has inspired a new generation of collectors to search their pockets, examine their wallets, and dream of uncovering the next great discovery. Museums, private collectors, and investors alike compete for the chance to own one of these rare coins, driving prices to unprecedented heights. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The Austria €2 2018, with its rare air varieties, historical significance, and profound collector appeal, is currently valued at an astonishing $4 million. That's right, a humble coin, smaller than a button and originally worth just 2 cents, has transformed into a $4 million masterpiece. Top 3. Today, we are going to explore its extraordinary story, a journey that eventually led this modest piece of metal to be worth an astonishing $1 million. When you hold a coin in your hand, you are touching a fragment of a nation's soul. And Germany's €2 coin of 2022 is no exception. Born in a time when the world was re-emerging from global challenges and striving for unity and hope, this coin was part of a broader movement in Europe to rejuvenate symbols of strength, unity, and resilience. It carried with it not just the weight of its metal, but the weight of a nation's promise for the future. At first glance, the coin's deep reddish hue draws the eye immediately, a rich color achieved through its copper-plated steel composition. It is modest in size, measuring just 18.75 millimeters in diameter and weighing 3.06 grams. Yet within these small dimensions lies a world of artistry and symbolism. On the obverse, proudly standing at the center, is the mighty oak twig, an iconic German symbol that traces its origins back to ancient times, representing strength, endurance, and steadfastness. Each leaf, each delicate line of the twig was crafted with such precision that one could almost feel the life pulsing through it. Above the oak twig arcs the 12 stars of the European Union, a reminder that Germany's strength lies not only within but also among the community of nations. The stars shimmer subtly in the light, a testament to the coin's exceptional minting quality. Nestled discreetly next to the twig is the letter representing the mint where the coin was struck, a small character that, for keen-eyed collectors, tells a deeper story of origin and rarity. Whether it be A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, or J for Hamburg, each mint mark adds a layer of mystery and allure. On the reverse, the coin shares the standard design used throughout the Eurozone, the globe, a web of connections crisscrossing Europe, linking it to Africa and Asia. The intricate lines suggest a world bound together, emphasizing trade, unity, and shared destiny. It's a universal message engraved on a tiny canvas. The year 2022 was special for many reasons. It marked important anniversaries in European integration, a return to stability after turbulent times, and a renewed spirit of collaboration. Germany, as the economic engine of Europe, played a pivotal role during these times. The €2 coin minted this year carries the aura of these historical undercurrents, making it not just currency, but a historical document in miniature. As we dive deeper into the coin's production, the sheer dedication to excellence becomes evident. Germany's mints are legendary, renowned for their meticulous standards and centuries of experience. Each coin undergoes rigorous quality control, ensuring that every oak leaf, every star, every line is perfectly struck. The minting process itself is an intricate dance of precision engineering, heated blanks of steel coated with pure copper, stamped with dies carrying designs honed to microscopic detail, then polished, inspected, and finally released into the world. But what makes the Germany €2 2022 coin so spectacular isn't just its craftsmanship. It's the rarity. While millions of €2 coins are produced annually, specific batches from 2022, particularly those with certain mint marks or striking errors, have become the stuff of legend among collectors. Imagine, in the massive machinery of mass production, a die slightly misaligned, an edge slightly broader, a stamp just faintly off-center. Such tiny deviations, invisible to the casual observer, can transform a common coin into a numismatic treasure. Collectors around the world, from seasoned veterans to eager newcomers, have set their sights on these elusive specimens. They comb through rolls of freshly minted coins, peer under magnifying glasses, and scrutinize every tiny detail in search of that one-in-a-million piece. Auction houses have reported bidding wars erupting over pristine examples of the 2022 2-euro-cent coin, especially those displaying rare features or coming from particularly low mintage batches. And it's not just about rarity. There's an emotional pull, a connection to a moment in time, that drives collectors' passion. Owning the Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 coin is like holding a piece of 2022 itself. The hopes, the struggles, the triumphs of a continent reawakening. Stories began to emerge. In small towns and bustling cities, lucky individuals found themselves in possession of this remarkable coin. A baker in Munich received one in change and, sensing something special, tucked it away. A student in Berlin, passionate about history, discovered one while sorting through his loose change and decided to start his first collection around it. Across forums and collector groups, tales circulated about people who stumbled upon these treasures purely by chance, unaware at first of the fortune they held in their hands. In 2023, a particularly stunning example of the Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 surfaced at an international coin auction. It was flawless, shimmering under the spotlights, with a rare mint error that made it unique in the world. The bidding was fierce, a battle between collectors from across Europe, North America, and Asia. Phones rang incessantly, hands shot up, and the tension in the room was palpable. When the gavel finally fell, the room erupted in gasps and applause. The tiny 2-euro-cent, once worth merely a fraction of a euro, had sold for an eye-watering $1 million. It was a moment that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. Media outlets picked up the story, marveling at how a tiny coin, often dismissed as insignificant, could command such a staggering price. Experts weighed in, highlighting the convergence of rarity, historical significance, and collector passion that had propelled this modest coin into the stratosphere of value. Collectors who had previously overlooked the 2-euro-cent denomination now combed their collections with renewed vigor. Coin dealers reported surges in demand. Museums expressed interest in acquiring specimens for their exhibits. Suddenly, the Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 wasn't just a coin, it was a phenomenon. And behind it all was a deeper lesson, that greatness can be hidden in the most unexpected places. That history, art, and value often reside not in the grand and the obvious, but in the humble and the overlooked. Today, if you are lucky enough to find a Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 coin in pristine condition, especially one with a rare mint mark or a subtle minting error, you might be holding not just a piece of change, but a life-changing treasure. Experts recommend immediately storing such coins in protective holders, avoiding any handling that could mar their surfaces, and consulting reputable numismatists to assess their value. For collectors who cherish the stories coins can tell, the Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 stands as a testament to an extraordinary chapter in European history. It represents resilience after hardship, unity after division, and hope after despair. And as its legend grows, so too does its value, not just in monetary terms, but in the hearts of all who recognize its true worth. So next time you hear the clink of coins in your pocket, remember, hidden among them might be a masterpiece, a piece of living history, a ticket to a story few others know. Keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your heart ready, because treasure, as the story of the Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 proves, often comes in the smallest of packages. And here on HD Ultra Rare Coins, we celebrate these stories, these hidden gems that connect our everyday lives with the grand tapestry of history. The Germany 2-euro-cent 2022 coin, humble yet mighty, now stands proudly among the elite of the coin collecting world, a shining symbol of how even the tiniest coin can change everything. Top 4. Among these coins, the humble 2-euro-cent from Austria, minted in 2002, quietly entered the world's pockets. Yet, few could have foreseen that one day, This seemingly modest coin would captivate collectors and command a staggering value of $24 million. To truly understand the allure of the Austria €2 cent 2002, we must first step back and explore the atmosphere of Europe at the time. After decades of political division and economic disparity, the euro symbolized unity, strength, and a collective future. Every nation that adopted the euro was allowed to design one side of their coins, ensuring that while the currency unified economies, it preserved the unique artistic and historical narratives of each country. Austria, a proud guardian of its cultural legacy, approached the design of its coins with careful deliberation. The €2 cent coin from Austria bears a design that captures the essence of the nation's natural beauty and its commitment to environmental preservation. The coin features a delicate sprig of the gentian flower, a striking blue blossom that thrives in the rugged landscapes of the Austrian Alps. This choice was no accident. The gentian represents resilience, purity, and a profound connection to nature, qualities deeply intertwined with the Austrian spirit. Designed by the talented Joseph Kaiser, the artwork embodies a blend of simplicity and profound symbolism, an ode to the country's landscape and environmental consciousness. Minted primarily at the Austrian Mint, one of the oldest and most respected mints in the world, the Austria €2 cent 2002 is a marvel of precision engineering. The coin's composition is copper-covered steel, giving it a warm, reddish hue that echoes the earthiness of the gentian's mountain home. Its tiny size belies the intricate detail captured in the design, from the finely etched petals of the flower to the clean, sharp lettering that frames it. On the reverse side, as with all euro coins, is the common European design by Luc Luix, featuring a globe and the 15 original EU member states. When these coins first entered circulation, they were meant for everyday transactions, buying a loaf of bread, a morning newspaper, or a simple bus fare. No one paid them much attention. They clinked into coin purses, rattled in vending machines, and disappeared into forgotten pockets. Yet, as time passed, something extraordinary happened. A very small number of these coins, produced under specific conditions, displayed anomalies and characteristics that made them incredibly rare. In numismatics, rarity combined with condition and demand creates legends. The Austria €2 cent 2002 is a prime example. Some of these coins were struck with extraordinary sharpness and detail, likely due to perfectly prepared dies and optimal striking pressure. Others displayed minute variations, anomalies so small that only the keenest eyes could spot them. Misalignments, doubled images, or slight shifts in the layering of copper created a perfect storm of desirability among collectors. Adding to the allure was the fact that early euro coins, particularly from smaller nations like Austria, often saw limited international distribution. While billions of euro coins were minted across Europe, the Austrian issues remained largely within the borders of Austria and neighboring regions. Finding pristine examples outside the country became increasingly difficult. Moreover, early adopters of the euro tended to use these coins heavily, meaning that many surviving specimens showed the inevitable wear and tear of daily commerce. Among collectors, the concept of provenance, the history of a particular item, adds immense value. The Austria €2 cent 2002 boasts a romantic kind of provenance. It is not merely a piece of metal, it is a relic of a monumental economic and cultural shift, a token from a time when Europe dared to dream big. Owning such a coin is akin to owning a piece of living history. As the years rolled by, the mystique surrounding the Austria €2 cent 2002 deepened. Auction houses began to report surprising results when especially pristine or unusual examples came to market. A perfect, uncirculated coin with a rare error could ignite fierce bidding wars among collectors, with prices climbing higher than anyone had anticipated. Stories began to circulate of coins being discovered in old drawers, tucked away as curiosities, only to later reveal themselves as treasures worth fortunes. For the passionate numismatist, the Austria €2 cent 2002 offers a fascinating study in design, production, and historical context. Its modest face value belies its rich backstory. Collectors pore over these coins with magnifying glasses, seeking telltale signs of rarity. A slightly rotated die axis, a subtle doubling of a letter, an unusually bright luster, all could mean the difference between a simple collectible and a multi-million-dollar artifact. The broader public, too, has fallen under the coin's spell. Media stories about seemingly ordinary people stumbling upon one of these rare coins have only fueled interest. Treasure hunters now comb through old jars of change, dreamers sift through their forgotten euro coins, all hoping to find that one extraordinary piece. In a world where digital transactions dominate, the tangible magic of coins, something you can hold, admire, and marvel at, retains a special place in our hearts. Adding further to the fascination is the role the Austrian mint played in this story. With a history stretching back over 800 years, the mint is a venerable institution known for its exacting standards and artistry. It is no surprise, then, that a coin minted under its watchful eye would achieve such legendary status. Every Austria €2 cent 2002 carries within it the legacy of centuries of craftsmanship, a tangible link to a tradition that has endured wars, revolutions, and sweeping societal change. Today, collectors across the globe dream of owning this rare coin. It is a prized centerpiece in any collection, often displayed under glass, lovingly preserved in climate-controlled cases. It's not just about ownership, it's about stewardship of a historical artifact, a commitment to preserving a fragment of a grand narrative for future generations. ATHD ultra rare coins. We have long championed the idea that every coin tells a story, and few stories are as compelling as that of the Austria €2 cent 2002. Its journey from everyday object to multimillion-dollar treasure embodies the magic of numismatics. The way history, art, chance, and passion intersect in a small circle of metal. Imagine the journey of one such coin. Minted with care in 2002, it was released into the bustling streets of Vienna. It may have passed from a cafe owner's till to a student's pocket, dropped into a donation box, or hidden away in the folds of a forgotten wallet. Years later, a sharp-eyed collector, perhaps sifting through a family heirloom, spots something unusual, a gleam, a perfection that seems almost too good to be true. Under magnification, the details leap to life. The gentian flower seems to breathe. The lettering stands crisp and proud. Could it be? Further analysis confirms the dream. A near-pristine Austria €2 cent 2002, a true numismatic marvel. In the numismatic community, news of such a find spreads like wildfire. Experts authenticate the coin, marveling at its rarity and condition. Auction houses compete for the right to sell it, knowing that collectors will stop at nothing to add it to their collections. The bidding opens at a modest figure but quickly escalates as determined bidders recognize the significance of what's at stake. The atmosphere crackles with tension. The hammer finally falls. The Austria €2 cent 2002 has sold for an eye-watering sum. And now, dear viewers of HD Ultra Rare Coins, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. The current value of a truly rare and pristine Austria €2 cent 2002, with verified anomalies or exceptional mint condition, has soared to an astonishing $24 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $24 million for a coin once worth mere cents. It is a testament to the power of rarity, history, and human passion. So next time you find yourself holding a simple coin, take a moment to wonder. Look closer. Behind every small, seemingly insignificant object, there might lie a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Keep searching, keep dreaming, and remember, the next great find could be sitting right there in your pocket. And as always, stay tuned to HD Ultra Rare Coins, where we bring you the world's most fascinating stories from the hidden treasures of numismatics.